Welcome to the Silence in the Mist audiobook. This is part one of the prologue, titled The Journey to Woodbury. Here begins Marcus's eerie investigation as he approaches the foreboding town of Woodbury, unaware of the sinister secrets waiting to be uncovered. Marcus Black lit a cigarette as the icy night wind whipped against his car's windshield. The road curved ahead of him, leading deeper into the dark and dense forest that surrounded the enigmatic town of Woodbury. The rain drummed on the car's roof, composing an unsettling symphony that seemed to match the beat of his own heart. There was something in the air that night that kept Marcus on edge, as if the darkness itself conspired to dissuade him from reaching his destination. Just a week ago, Liam Harrison had contacted Marcus, desperate and on the brink of madness over the disappearance of his sister, Anna. The anguish and despair in Liam's eyes had struck a chord with Marcus. He knew that look, the lost expression of those who no longer trusted the institutions meant to protect them. That was why Marcus had taken the case. And now, as he drove deeper into the thickening fog that enveloped Woodbury, a fog that shifted from light mist to dense, oppressive layers, he couldn't help but wonder if he had gotten himself involved in something darker and more complex than he had anticipated. Traffic signs were sparse and far between. The only light came from his car's headlights, barely penetrating the fog. Marcus had never been to Woodbury, but he had read about it. A town frozen in time, with a population barely exceeding 1,000, steeped in stories of disappearances and superstitions. In his line of work, Marcus had learned to distrust legends and myths, but there was something about Woodbury that made him doubt. The place seemed to have a personality of its own, as if it possessed a malicious consciousness lurking in the shadows. He put out the cigarette, dropping the butt into the car's ashtray. His thoughts drifted back to Anna and Evan Woods, the independent filmmaker who had brought her to Woodbury. Both had vanished without a trace. Evan was known in indie film circles, not a celebrity, but famous enough for his disappearance to make headlines. Anna and Evan had come to the town to shoot scenes for Evan's movie titled The Perpetual Darkness. Something about that story didn't sit right with Marcus. What kind of inspiration could be found in a place so bleak and desolate? And more importantly, what had Evan discovered in Woodbury that might have led to their disappearance? Marcus suspected that the answers to these questions were closely tied to the mystery he intended to solve. The road finally began to open up, and the first lights of the town emerged faintly through the fog. There weren't many, just a few streetlights struggling to illuminate the main street. Woodbury was enveloped in silence, a silence that seemed to overpower even the relentless drumming of the rain. Marcus felt a chill that had nothing to do with the cold of the night. There was something deeply unsettling about the stillness of the place. He parked his car in front of what appeared to be the town's only hotel, a small, dilapidated building whose open sign flickered with a yellowish, decaying light.